Good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. I'm tired. It's been a long ass week. How's everyone been doing? How are you guys? Let me just. I hope all the mothers had an amazing day yesterday. Whether you are a biological mother, adopted mother, simply a mother figure, a mother to fur babies, I hope that everyone had an amazing day yesterday with whatever you did and that you felt very at home within your life. Let me just get these cards ready. All right. So I asked what this reading was going to be about, and I was told to get up is what I was told. I was told, get up. I don't want to. I got up though, didn't I? So the reading, waiting to see you. Somebody's waiting to see you. They have been waiting ever so patiently to be able to witness you and see if you have, I don't know, I heard made any progress with what? I don't know. I don't know. So anywho. Here we go. All right, let me just put that at the bottom. If you'd like to see what we've been up to and any projects we're having, any things that you can possibly participate in, all of those nice things, go to soulworksynergistics.com/project. Hi, Kathy. Where have I been? Finishing off my mother fluffing relocation. Bitches tried to kill me last night. No joke. One area. The winds were going 65 miles per hour. It would have been nice if the wind was blowing that way in the same direction we were traveling. But unfortunately, these winds were hitting us from the side. It's just, it's not a cute thing to see the RV in front of you. Instead of driving like this, they were driving like this down the road. So that was fun. It's fun. We shall just call it fun because, life's good. Life is good. Life is good. Oh my God. Y'all. I had to do a full-on residential exorcism. Oh my God, I had to cleanse that house, and it was just whew. It's clean though. It's clean. I was telling my BFFs, I was like totally walking around the house with my mini cauldron, like I was feeling like I was Mary Poppins swinging around her Easter basket. It was fun. It was. Let me get a couple cards from here. Y'all should already know. If I go quiet for a little bit, I'll fucking shit up. Yeah. I fucked shit up a few times over there. I did. I was just like, listen, I'm on my way. I'm a fuck shit up if you're still in the house. By the time I exited, still about 15 minutes away from the house. By the time I exited the freeway, there's a pecking order to energy. There really is. If you can maximize your positioning on that pecking order, you can fuck shit up. In the most lovely way possible. All right, one last deck. Excuse me. I mean, I was about it. I brought my portable nebulizer, nebulizing myself in the car and shit, you know. Like, hold up. I'm gonna fuck shit up, but hold on. I'm just nebulizing myself real quick. Let me run let me run one breathing treatment really quick. I just, having a little bit of congestion in my lungs. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started, guys. All right. So someone is watching you. They're watching you. When are they not, though? They're waiting to see you. They're waiting to see maybe the way you've grown. Maybe they're waiting to see if there's been any change in your perception, any changes in whatever, changes in something. They're looking for changes. I hope this is a new person for you. I really truly do. I hope that this is a new person for you. Like, let's give someone else a chance to be obsessed with you. This reading is for all the empaths, especially Piscean empaths, but really it's for all the empaths. I feel like it's time for us to let someone else be obsessed. You know what I'm saying? Let someone else be obsessed. Give someone else a time of day to be ignored. Okay? All right, let's see. Balance. Finding that balance between yourself and your environment. Okay? There's a lot of balance that's needing to be reestablished, and that balance has a lot to do with you finding where you belong within your life. Where do you belong within your life? Do you belong beside somebody, or do you belong standing on your own? I think part of what makes you so irresistible to quite a few people is that you're entering into this space. Excuse me. You're entering into this space where you really want to just stand on your own 2 feet. You're focusing on your healing. You're focusing on the things that need to be focused on, which is important. It is really, really important to focus on yourself, on your journey. Feminine in reverse. Are you not seeing what you need to see? Are you seeing things upside down? Are you convoluting your own life because your expectations don't line up with the reality of what's going on? Right? Mm. Mm. I'm wondering, because I'm picking up on a little something, right? I'm wondering if what I'm picking up on, are you giving your power away? Are you giving parts of your power away with these thoughts of um, like someone else can control you, someone else can dictate your life, someone else, you're waiting for someone else, like something about someone else. I don't have the lung capacity for this type of bullshit. Not today. I have a lot of wheezing today. So I mean, what do you need to do? What is it really? Have you made a few decisions that maybe they didn't pan out the way you thought they would? Maybe the end result wasn't what you wanted it to be. And so you, instead of seeing it as a redirection where your soul is kind of guiding you towards another path, you saw it as some type of failure. I don't believe in failure at all. I just don't. I don't believe in the concept of failure. I believe in redirection. I believe in blockages that prevent you from going down the wrong path. I believe we need to be the very people in our lives who go out of our way to make sure that we are listening to the will of soul, that we're allowing our own soul to guide us. Hmm. I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of ignoring going on. And I don't know if the ignoring is just you ignoring someone else or if it has more to do with like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, someone is just so deeply watching. I'm just like, someone's deeply watching you. It's almost like they're hanging on your every word. Is it out of fear? And what is that fear pertaining to? So, are they afraid of you because you outrank them, because you're more powerful? Are they afraid of you because they did wrong to you and now they're fearful of some type of retribution? Are they afraid of you because you represent everything that they want? And they don't know that you will, or they don't know if, excuse me, if you will see them as worthy of you, right? So there's so many different ways that this can be taken. Um, and it's almost like they're just so afraid of you. You know, they're so afraid of you. You intimidate them in ways that like they really can't control it. I think outside of the subject of you, this person is probably a fairly confident person. Um, I don't know that they're extroverted, but it seems like, they have a level of confidence that makes it a little bit odd that they're so intimidated by you. Let's see what the other cards are saying. Healer in reverse. So, two things pop up when that card comes up. Um, they're seeing you as a person who has a capacity to heal them, but also that you're upside down. Like your perception of them, of the situation, is upside down. It's on its head. Another thing is that they are a reflection of you. Like you're both healers. I don't know. Something feels wrong. Maybe I should message my 20. I wonder if he's okay. Hold on. um, I don't even know what app I would choose. Do I have Hangouts? Hold on. Oh, here. Okay. Oh my god, that's adorable. Hold on. Hey, 20. You okay? Are you this really effed up energy that I'm feeling? Okay. You popped into my head. I wonder if it's him. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Wand intention in reverse. So maybe there's like no clear intention that they have. Like they're just so confused. You know what I mean? It's this sense of confusion. Like they don't It's just such a weird energy. It's such a weird energy. I don't know how to quantify it, which is weird because I know how to quantify most things. I don't know how to quantify this energy. It feels like something that quite possibly is causing some type of avoidance on your end, some type of like not wanting to connect. This is a weird reading already. Incubation. I mean, that might be you right there. That might be you kind of just incubating, being in your own little bubble and not really being exposed to the different elements of your um, learning cycles, learning patterns. Oh no, Michael. No. I was what? Michael says for some, because I know he ain't talking to me. For some, it's a case of you are the one that's not actually learning and doing what you need to do. But you have this belief that you are. And that's what this person is being used to do, to trigger this realization that you are not growing in the way that you are meant to grow. You are not learning the things that you are meant to learn. It's very, very easy for us to be very externalized. What do I mean by this? What I mean specifically is by having this assumption that we are doing our work and that other people are not. But how do you know this? How do you know? How do you know? We don't really know, do we? We don't really know. We don't know if we're doing the work we need to do unless we're having the type of progression that we're needing to have. How did I begin to know that I was actually doing the work that I needed to do? I think that's a very important question. How did you know that you were doing the work that you needed to do and that you were growing in the way you needed to grow? For me personally, I began to realize that I was actually truly progressing on my self healing, self realization, self actualization, self activation, all of these self based things, because I had no clue and no desire to know if other people were progressing. And it wasn't like this removal of my caring about other people. No, that was still very much there, but I was so focused in the present. Oh my God, I was driving late last night, right? And then Michael and I are having this conversation. And so I had to dictate this onto my phone. Do not allow the previous to taint the present. Mm-hmm. Do not allow the previous to taint the present. Isn't that what we're doing when we are keeping tabs on someone else? And keeping tabs goes beyond going on someone else's social media profiles. If you're still tapping into that energy, their energy, you're still keeping tabs. You're still keeping tabs. This is the reason why I feel something. I found multiple twins, and I'm kind of just like, well, I don't know. I don't know. It might be one of them, but I don't know. Aren't you going to check, Emmy? No. I mean, I need to check on Kay because I have he last messaged me in December. I haven't responded, so I kind of do need to respond at this point. It's just one of those things where, like, I feel as though if I needed to know what was happening with them, they would find it within themselves to reach out and message me. I have this other twin who months ago, he was like, um, popping up in my head, popping up in my head. I'm just like, oh, I bet he's fine. And then next thing you know, he messaged me and there were things that he wanted my input on. And I'm like, oh, you were popping up in my head, you know? Um, and it's just really this thing of I'm not going to check your energy. I'm not going to tap into that because you deserve privacy. Okay. So are we really doing what we need to do? Or, ooh, see, Rocket says, staying busy. Are we just staying busy? You know, when you allow yourself to be so busy that you can't process your life, you're actually just avoiding your life. You're just avoiding the processing of your life. Yep. Well, I mean, you can't say that. I absolutely can. I just did. So this is my thoughts on it. They're just my thoughts. These are just opinions. Um, my life is extremely busy. Extremely busy. But do I ever spend a day not checking in on myself? No. Why not? Well, because if at any moment I recognize I haven't checked in on myself for a day or two, or even longer than that, I'm avoiding something. I'm not wanting to know what's happening with myself because I don't want to work on it. So, as busy as I am, it just takes a minute or two. I don't have to go and put on meditation clothes. I don't have to be in a full on meditation pose with the meditation music, you know, lighting the meditation candles and playing the singing bowl and whatever other stereotypical stuff that comes to mind. No, it's a very quick, you know, I have a minute before my client comes on to the session. Hey, girl, we okay today? What's up? Right. And the way I process my life is not going to be the same as the way other people process their lives. Do you know how many people have privately approached me over the years to try and tell me this advice on how I should live and process my energy? And all I can think to myself is, how are you going to hate from the outside of the club? You can't even get in. You're not even in my inner circle. Yeah, you want me to listen to you? You don't even know me. You think you know me. You know of me, but do you know me? No. And I don't care what you specialize in. Why do I say this? Because I'm a quantum anomaly in a linear world, and your specialty will never be able to explain the reality of who and what I actually am. Uh-uh. You might try and dissect my past and try and seek out pathology within my history, but to know me in the present and to become acquainted with that future, you probably won't. Why? Well, because if you can't accept me as I am right now, you don't deserve the gift of my presence. Not now, not ever. Not now, not ever. Think of a person who has consistently disrespected you by requesting, demanding that you change the person you are. Think of who that is. We have at least one person like this in our lives, right? Think of who that is. Okay. Now that you see their face in your mind, I want you to say to yourself or out loud, not now, not ever. Very matter of factly. Not now, not ever. Yeah. Not now, not ever. Not now, not ever. Oh, Brandy. She says, I just kind of want to be your friend. Oh. Well, here's the thing, guys. The people from my history who have tried so hard to kind of turn me into their putty, thinking that they can change me and control me and, yeah, no. They all start as wanting to just be my friend. Mhm. That's the pitch. And I'm not talking about you, Brandy, obviously. I'm not talking about you. That's how they begin. And when they get comfortable with you, then you begin to see the reality of how they actually see you. These are the people who often view me as like a child to them. They're somehow superior, and I'm a child to them. And I need them in my life to help me understand the gravity of the decisions that I make and my behaviors and the ways in which I need to modify myself because, from spiritual practices to personal growth to all sorts of different things. When the people who you think are part of your inner circle make statements, maybe they're far and few between for now, but they make statements that kind of question the validity of you and your choices. Uh, I pay attention to that. I pay attention to that. I pay very, very close attention to that. I pay attention to the people who tell me that maybe I shouldn't cry, that I cry too much. People who tell me I need to kind of, adjust my energy. People who think I'm unstable because I'm a feeling individual, the people who kind of pick and choose the parts of me that are okay and the parts of me that need to be modified. Lisa says, I have a lot of people like that in my life. And here's the thing I'll bend to. Here's, wait, here's the thing. I'll bend to listen to what you have to say, but I'll never break myself and have to change for you. Ooh, girlfriend. What? What? I'll bend to listen to what you have to say, but I'll never break myself in half to change for you. Just the first half of that. I will bend to listen. That's an acknowledgement that you're so far above, so far beyond their station that you have to contort yourself in order to properly hear them. And that I would never break myself in half to change for you. These are the people who see the greatness that you are and they want to cut it down because they seem to think they have the creativity to whittle you into something useful. Motherfucker, I was useful as a twig. I don't need to be whittled. You're bored and you're trying to make me into your project. Whew. Oh, girlfriend. I'm just saying. So a lot of people have lost their cock-ass minds, is what it is. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. A lot of people have lost their cock-ass minds thinking that they can approach you in this way. The people who have remained in my life are people who haven't changed. They've grown, but they haven't changed the type of friend they are for me. The only type of change is that they've become a much deeper friend. Our bond has been forged in a much deeper way. Right? They don't take any pleasure in feeling as though they're somehow above me. because I go to them for advice or I go to them to ask questions. I have this one BFF. I'm constantly like, can you ask your pendulum? Can you ask your pendulum? And I remember one time I was feeling like extra insecure with the messages that I was receiving from Soul. And I totally was just like, I don't I don't think I trust you today, Michael. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that I want to know. And so I ended up asking my friend. I don't remember the question is anymore, but what sticks out to me to this day was like she says, "How about you trust your own intuition?" The fuck? Are you gonna call me out like this? She told me to trust my own intuition, right? That I had to trust myself. And that's actually a mark of a very, very good friend. Someone who isn't a friend because during times of insecurity on my end, um, it doesn't heighten their sense of self and their value. Be wary of the people who need you to look and feel inferior in order for them to have a place in your life. Be careful of those type of people being allowed to be a part of your life. Very, very careful with that. Because I promise you, those are the people, once they get comfortable, once they actually have a foothold within your space, they will try and go out of their way to dictate to you who you are. They will try and go out of their way to dictate to you your proper placement in their life. You are not a figurine to be positioned in a curio. You just aren't. You aren't. Okay, you're not some figurine. You're not. I used to have this like favorite bobblehead. Oh my gosh. So my paternal grandma was a bit of a tyrant, right? Uh, yeah, it's true. But she really liked me, so she was really sweet to me, and she would let me in her room. And I remember there was this bobblehead. It was a little China doll. I don't know if it was Chinese or Japanese, but I don't remember. I think it might have been Chinese, but it was a bobblehead, and then she had her arms like this. She had her little like Asian inspired robe on, and then she. I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not that bobblehead that you can position. And that was one of my most favorite things to do was to go in her room and position the bobblehead, like turn it in different directions and be able to control the movement of her head. Yeah. I refuse. I refuse to have those type of interactions with people. I refuse to have that type of friendship, connection, whatever it is you want to call it. No. I will never be okay with people attempting to dictate things to me. And they will always phrase it in such a way where they're just trying to help you. Like you didn't even realize that you were doing all of these horrible things being yourself. You feel I'm doing horrible things by being who I am, by feeling, by you gotta ask yourself, why is this person even in my life? Why am I allowing myself to be treated this way? So someone's waiting to see you. I'm wondering if they're waiting to see how you'll react to their gaslighting. 'Cause that's exactly what they're doing. When they're telling you that you're not allowed to be who you are, but not using those words, they're causing you to question your process, yourself, your emotions. That's gaslighting you. I remember there was this one female who didn't want me on Facebook, right? Um, we'll call her Petty. Not Betty, Petty with a P. Petty B. We'll call her Petty B because it's kind of like Betty, but with a P, not a B. But the B stands for bitch. Petty bitch. Yes. Petty bitch. Okay. We'll call her Petty bitch. I remember she didn't want me on Facebook, but she didn't have the cojones to tell me, like, get off of Facebook. You're fucking up my flow. You being here makes me look less than. So I remember she kept privately telling me that my energy was too pure for Facebook and that she didn't know why. Why? I kept insisting on staying on Facebook because it was no longer compatible with me. My frequency went too high. That's what she told me repeatedly. Okay, Patty. What's up? Okay, Patty. My frequency is too pure for Facebook. It's too high. I'm just so pure. I'm too pure. Yeah. I'm too pure. That I wasn't listening to my soul. And that me being on Facebook is my way of avoiding what I'm actually supposed to do. Because my frequency is too high. I'm just too pure to be on Facebook. And that's why I get attacked by people constantly. Because my purity triggers them. That if I want it to stop, I have to get off Facebook because I'm too pure. I'm too pure. You all didn't know. I'm pure AF. I'm so pure. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so pure and demure. Yeah. She just wanted me off Facebook is what it was. I don't give a shit. Whatever your issue is has nothing to do with me. Whether you project it on me or not, it has nothing to do with me. I don't make you feel small. You believe you're small. And you believe I'm much bigger than you. And then you create your own insecurities. Got nothing to do with me. It helped me to learn some really profound things. That I am not so powerful that I can affect you in that way. That shit already existed before you knew I was alive. It already existed. I'm not so powerful that I can create all of this issue for you. Oh, that's a person. Too much info, too much too soon. That's actually where that DWS started. Oh, shit. The truth is escaping my lungs. That's where that started. So DWS. Demon Horse Squad. Yeah. It's none of my problem. It's none of my business. It's not something I have to address or deal with. It's something I just have to accept about people and cut them the fuck out. I'm still gonna be fabulous because I don't know how to be anything else. I'm just a fabulous person for myself. I'm fabulous. It's amazing. It's amazing to be so comfortable within myself and my truth, knowing I don't have the power to fuck with other people in that way, that I can finally begin saying the truth to me. I'm fucking fabulous. I'm just fucking fabulous. It has nothing to do with you diminishing you or anything like that. No, my fabulosity is not contingent on the degradation of other people. I am totally that bitch. That's like, oh my God, be fabulous with me. Come on. Let's be fabulous together. Because see, you being fabulous doesn't degrade me in any way because we're not competing. We're not. You're not my competition. I can never be you. You can never be me. Bitch, you can try. You can try, but I promise you, just like my friend from high school, I remember I was telling you guys like weeks back, like people be getting totally, just bent out of shape when they hear other people saying this stuff that I've said. So she went to her husband's work party, and I guess a few weeks before I was having severe allergies, which I never really got. And I had told her it felt like a gerbil was in my nose. I'm just saying that's what it felt like. And so she, excuse me, had allergies. And she said that in front of her husband and his coworkers, and everyone kind of just like turned around and walked away. And they were like, why the hell would you say that? And she didn't understand. And she was like, well, she tells me later on, like when when she told me, I was like, ooh, ew, that's gross. And she was basically like, bitch, I heard you say that first. Why does it sound sick when you say it? I don't know. I don't know. And that's kind of just what happens. People can try and be me all they want. Is it going to work? No. How much effort are you willing to put into it? And that'll tell you exactly how long you'll be successful before you crash and burn. Because you're never going to replace me. See, here's the thing. I don't walk away from people because I want to prove you are replaceable. When you walk away from people trying to prove that you can replace them, that's how you fuck yourself up. That's how you hurt your own feelings. See, I walk away from you because I'm done with your shit. I'm done. I don't want no more. Not only am I done with your shit, I probably at that point, by the time I get there, I feel like you're full of shit. There's like no goodness left in you. It's just, you're just full of your own caca. And therefore I'm done. I'm just done. It's not even replacing you. It's me getting to a point where like, I don't need this kind of shit in my life. Let me just really like not have anything to do with you at all. And anyone who reminds me of your energy, your mindset, your character or lack thereof, I'm going to avoid them too. Because I don't need no repeats of this bullshit. I just don't. But then comes this reality. What did I just say? Let me read it to you. Do not allow the previous to taint the present. Do not allow the previous to taint the present. We do not punish the people present in our lives for the behaviors, the mindset, the shortcoming of the people who were previously in our lives. Rocket says, I be on some Jesus Christ type shit. Crucify me for not participating in your life. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Quite a few religions focus on the very, very end of Jesus' life, right? The crucifixion, the resurrection, and the ministry that erupted from his execution. I don't know about that. The way I see it, I like to focus on the life of this man. One of my most favorite stories. There's a story of him entering into the temple grounds, and he sees that they've turned the temple grounds, which is sacred or was supposed to be sacred. They've turned it into like a farmer's market. They turned it into a place of business. Ain't no motherfucker trying to crucify him at that point. He was flipping tables. He was furious, calling out the Pharisees for their lack of respect for his father's house. Be that kind of Jesus. If I'm going to be Christ-like, it's going to be that version of Christ. Not the one who allowed himself to be sacrificed so his family could escape. Rocket says he was the first canceled Pisces. How'd that fucking work? He came right back. Bitches failed at cancellation. Subscription renewed. They tried to cancel him. Yo, ain't nobody canceled Jesus, okay? Ain't nobody canceled Jesus. Over 1,000 years later, we still talking about him. So all you bitches trying to cancel me, hundreds of years later, you'll still be talking about me. Your children and their children's children's children will still know me. But your name will be lost to time. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Why am I okay with that? Because that's what you chose for yourself. I didn't condemn you. I didn't. His younger years, it's believed that he was an Essene, in particular a Nazarene Essene. Yes. He practiced gnosis. He lived by the tenets of the Essenes. Yeah. Yeah. See, you're right, can't cancel the oldest sign, big dummies. But here's the thing. The people who tried this shit with me were Piscean. So really, you can't determine your value as a human being based on the sign that you have. Because I promise you, the most toxic motherfuckers that I know are Piscean. 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 Sun and moon. Toxic is toxic is toxic. I don't give a fuck what your sign is. I don't give a fuck what sun sign, moon sign, whatever the fuck other sign, trine, stellium, whatever fuck you want to say to try and justify shitty behavior is shitty behavior is shitty fucking behavior. Everybody got to quit with their bullshit. That got me triggered as fuck. That got me triggered as fuck. When people make these blanket statements as though they are exempt from the audacity of their own behavior and logic. Because Jesus was Piscean and I'm Pisces. You toxic ass motherfucker. You're still toxic. I'm not even joking. Right? Ocean level. Oh, ocean lover. She says, oh, yes, toxic Piscean energy is on a whole mother level. Now, I like mother, not another. Mother level. Whew. I don't know. So someone's waiting to see you. How are you going to react? Are they going to see you actually show up? See, like for me, I get this visual of someone inviting you to a battle. And they're waiting to see you show up at the battle because they've pre-planned something to tear you down. And then here I come arriving all by myself and you got all these people. And I'm kind of just like, bitches, I just came to tell you request fucking denied. And it's not out of fear. It's because you're not a worthy adversary. Request denied. And people will think that you didn't answer their invitation to battle because you're afraid. And I'm over here like, if I can show up all alone with no one to get my back and you got like 50 people with you, bitch, who's really the one that's afraid? Because I'll take all you bitches on. I don't give a fuck. I will take all of you on. I distinctly remember one time I had just given birth to our oldest son, right? So I was like in my, like approaching mid-20s. And my former roommate had been talking so much shit about me. I literally had just given birth like maybe 2 weeks. My stitches were still fresh. And her nephew, who is like a year or two older than her, family member, biological family member, he was having a birthday party and he was hella cool with my husband. And so he invites us to the birthday party, which is, he lives with his dad, which is my ex-roommate's older brother. And all of her family's going to be there, right? And I literally had no one there with me. And she wasn't there yet. And so I was just hanging out. And my husband's friend, the nephew, his wife didn't like her, my former roommate. So she comes into the kitchen. We'd been there maybe 30 minutes, an hour. She comes into the kitchen and she's like, oh my God, so-and-so is here. And I'm like, yeah. Start packing up my things. I tell my husband to hold the baby. He's in his baby carrier. Literally all by myself. She's coming up the driveway and I'm walking down. She has this look on her face. And I asked her, are you talking shit? She tried to respond with some type of defiance. I don't really know what happened. I just saw her face go like that. And I was like, who hit her? It was me. I slapped the lies out her mouth, made her taste the truth for a second there. Yeah. And of course, all of the guys came in between us. And of course, she got even more brave. And the reality is, she was screaming and I told everyone, everybody go in the fucking garage. Because, you know, that was maybe like a mile, 2 miles away from my brother's house. And I told everyone that was there, all of the guys, if you put one fucking hand on me, I'm calling my brother right now. He's going to fuck your ass up. So everyone go in the garage. Me and this little shit talker, we got some shit to handle. You best believe she shut her fucking mouth. And then her brother came out. And I looked at him and I said, what the fuck are you going to do? I'm all by myself. I will take all you motherfuckers on. If anybody puts one fucking hand on me, if you even walk towards me, consider yourself marked. And then I turned back around and I faced my old roommate and I said, bitch, you got fucking something to say? Let's handle it right here, right now. I will beat your fucking ass. Say one more thing. I dare you. Everyone was silent. The whole house was silent. And that's how you know you're unfuckwithable. That's how you know. And that's how everyone in your environment knows. I don't need a whole crew. You fuck with me, there will be ramifications. This is between me and one other person. You want to jump in? By all means, jump in. But you're going to get fucked up. Not by me. Because let me tell you, socially, physically, I'm protected. That's something I've always known. That's why no one has ever fucked with me growing up. I've always known that. I just have. There's ramifications when you fuck with a little sister. Energetically, it's the same fucking thing, but that much more amplified. What do I have to be afraid of? Nothing. Does that mean there are no ramifications if I act a fucking fool? No, that's not what that means. I cannot act however the fuck I want to act and think that I can get away with it. No. Toxic is toxic is toxic, and I'm not tolerating any of that shit. I promise you. And sometimes you got to mirror people's toxicity in order for them to know, even in that toxic realm, you're outranked. Because it was years later. I was in the parking lot of an Asian store, and I felt the weirdest energy, right? I was getting into the car. I was buckling my baby into the car. He was a toddler at that point. And I felt something. There was a group of people walking towards. I felt something, and next thing you know, I popped my head out the car like, what the hell? And I saw one little person turn around and walk the other way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right, bitch. That's right. You still remember. Because I told her if I ever run into you again, I'm not going to stop with a slap. I'm going to really fuck your ass up. I really will. I really will, because you took it way too far. Way too far. It wasn't just her talking shit about me. It was her accusing me of being the reason why she was neglecting her toddler. It was her blaming me for not feeding her child. Whenever I make food for myself, her toddler would come into my room, my bedroom, and ask me to feed him because she wasn't. So that rage, it was retribution for what she did to her toddler. Mm-hmm. And this was such a consistent thing. And I wish I knew better back then, because I really should have reported that to CPS. I didn't realize that's what I should have done. But kind of the breaking point, she was still living with me. And she had taken him to a well child visit or something like that. She was like, I don't understand why they're saying he's malnourished. And I was like, you don't understand why? You don't understand why? She was a piece of shit person. My personal opinion, of course. She was a piece of shit person. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no, she was fucking pissed at everybody all the females, because we all had jobs and she had to be a stay-at-home mom. You don't have to be a stay-at-home mom. You have people who will babysit your child. You just don't want to work. Toxic is toxic is toxic. Fuck that shit. I've had more than enough of my share of toxic people that I just really, you know what? They're going to say whatever they're going to say, no matter how good you were to them, no matter how long you were good to them. The moment you're no longer useful, they will say whatever they're going to say. So how about I fucking give you something to talk about? How about I put you in your place and give you something to talk about? Because you're going to talk about me anyways, right? As I exit your life, you're going to find reasons to talk about me. So go on then. Let me give you something to talk about. And she became the butt of everyone's jokes because I slapped her. And then I told everyone to go in the garage. In the driveway at her brother's house. I promise you. I promise you. If someone were to slap me in the driveway of my brother's house, not only would that person be fucked up, everyone who saw that happen and allowed for it to happen will also be fucked up. And they all knew it. I come from a place where it's this type of love that really has no boundaries, has no bounds. There is no fucks given for the ramifications of how I will defend you. People don't realize how close I am with my siblings. You best believe I should call him and be like, hey, if someone slapped me in front of you, what would you do? I remember one time we were like a very small group. This was before I had kids. We went, he wanted his girlfriend, and my cousin, she was visiting from out of the country, and me, he wanted to take us to go get mani-pedis. And we go and park the car, and this guy drives past me again, and he's like making faces at me. And I kind of just murmur under my breath, this motherfucker, I'm so sick of his shit. Because this was someone who kept going to the mall where I worked security and just really trying to give me a hard time because I didn't want to give him my phone number. And so I just murmured something under my breath. It wasn't even really a big thing. I went back into the car to get my purse. And then I remember his girlfriend was like, oh my God, you have to go get your brother. And I look, and he had ran halfway down the parking lot in flip-flops, and his hand was in a cast. And he was inside this guy's car through the driver's window. I'm not even joking. He was up to his waist in the driver's window with his cast like this in front of the guy's face, like their faces were basically touching. And he's like, you're fucking lucky my hand is broken. Say one more fucking thing to my sister and I'll break it more on your face. I was just like, hey, what are you doing? And he gets out of the guy's car and he goes, is this guy fucking with you at work? And I was like, he's just irritating. You don't gotta scare him like that. And then so he looks at the guy again and he's like, you know who my sister is? And he goes, I know that's your sister now. And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Not to my brother, but to the guy. I was like, that's what you get. Come back to the mall while I'm working. Fuck with me some more. Come back, see what happens to you after that. He's like, I didn't know you were the sister. Now you know. Now you know. When I say I've been conditioned to literally not take people's shit, I literally mean that. I've been conditioned by my entire life to not take people's shit. You don't have to continue to accept that kind of crap. Granted, not all of us have a brother like I do. And I have more than one, and they all bout it like that. Okay? They all bout it like that. But have I ever asked my siblings to kick anyone's ass? No, not once. Not once. Not even once. Never. And when people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how much you do for your brother," because like, "Oh gosh, girl, you've done so much and you'd be fighting in the hospital for him." Yeah, like he did for me when I was a teen. Abso-fucking-lutely. When you love something, you love it in a way where you protect it at all costs. So this person who's waiting to see you, are they capable of loving you in that way? Are they capable of loving you in that way? Because short of that, motherfucker, I don't need no shit like that. I'm sorry. I don't need half-ass love. I really, really don't. I really, really don't. I don't need half-ass friendship. I don't need half-ass devotion, half-ass loyalty, half-ass anything. I don't need any type of half-ass. I want both fucking cheeks. I want the whole ass. Why are you settling for half-ass? Why? I know. You are not thinking that half-ass is worth it and that um you're somehow blessed because someone is being half-assed with you. No. I'll be grateful for your effort, but I will recognize it for what it is, half-assedness. You either completely with me or just leave me alone. Find someone else who's willing to accept half-assedness. Watch that person instead. Wait to see that person instead. This is about actually doing the work that you need to do for yourself, not just thinking you're doing the work. I like to chew on bones. You get the marrow out. It's so nutritious. It's so nutritious, you know? Jezel says, I'm a Pisces and ghosted by a Gemini. Boo boo. Let that Gemini go. My husband's a Gemini. Um, if a Gemini really, really likes you, really, really is in love with you, they'll never let go. They'll always be a part of their life. But that's the thing. Gemini's not like that with most people. They're extremely charismatic and they'll make you think that their friendliness means you're in. I promise you, you're not. I promise you. Don't hurt your own feelings. Don't fuck with a Gemini like that. Seriously. And if you're very easy to, if you don't have that depth, not saying you don't, but I'm saying if you don't have the level of depth that a Gemini is seeking in another person, because they're actually extremely deep thinkers, but they like to keep everything superficial level, right? If you don't have that type of depth, then they'll just discard you. And that doesn't mean you're not a deep person. It means you're not at the depth that they are seeking. And obviously, I'm speaking in generalities. Not all Gemini are like that, but a large portion I have seen are. And it's not directed at me. I'm just witnessing how they're living their lives out with other people. There's always exceptions to every statement, but I've seen this very, very common in Gemini connections. I have. And you're ghosted by a Libra. I shouldn't say should. Is Justin Bieber a Libra? Hold on. Hold on. Um, let me just check. Does Justin Bieber have Libra in his chart? Um, his chart. Let's see. Uh, shit. I knew it. Okay. Um, okay. This is from people.com. Justin Bieber is a Pisces sun, Libra moon, Scorpio rising. Oh shit, that's why. That's why. That's why he like that. That's why he's like that. So the reason I looked up Justin Bieber when I read Ghosted by a Libra AP, the first thing that popped in my head was that Selena Gomez song where she's like, she dodged a bullet. I'm just saying. Ooh, I'm not saying that people with a Pisces sun, Libra moon, and Scorpio rising are all toxic. I'm saying if someone with that type of placement decides to become toxic, that's some really fucked up shit. That is some really the potentiality for that destruction. God. Whew. You got Libra in the middle between Piscean and Scorpio. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know shit about signs. Like, I don't know shit about signs. Let me just imagination in reverse. You're not imagining things. There's a lot that you're probably picking up on. You know what I mean? Um, I think you're mistaking your lack of clarity with a lack of knowledge, right? What does that mean? Because you're not very clear, you're making this assumption that the whole thing is a lie or the whole thing you just made it up in your head. Oh my God, I'm doing this. I can't read for myself. I can't read for myself because I do this. I do this thing where it's like I get the information and then I think I'm just full of shit about me. I think I totally made up the story and I don't really know what's going on and this and that. And, I mean, ugh, ugh. But I know I can be accurate AF, just not for myself. Like, for example, I'll be able to predict certain things or be given information, precog information about certain events in my life. And it'll be accurate, but the timing will be off. It won't be the timing that I think, simply because as that time approaches, I will totally, totally block the flow of energy. And all that does is delay. What about Libra? What about Libra? Libra can be a very loving individual. I ain't got shit to say about Libra. My sibling's a Libra. Yeah, my siblings are a Libra. So I don't have hate for Libras. Instead, I have a broken heart. Libras have a tendency to be the sign. Tendency, okay? Emphasis on tendency. Libra has a tendency to be the sign that will hurt And instead of allowing the people who truly love them to speak honestly with them, the things that are difficult to hear, they will shun those people. They'll push them aside for a little bit and welcome in the very individuals that really just say whatever you want to hear because they want to use you. That's what I see about Libras. So it hurts my heart because Libras are so sensitive. They hurt so easily, but they hide it so well. They hide it so well when they love you, just like with all the other signs. Um, when they love you, like they really, really love you. They really, really love you. Moonrock says, Emmy, I was watching the video where you were talking about filling what? Uh filing for Soul Sanctuary? What? You were saying that there is a person that didn't want you to move forward with a plan. Wait, what? What happened? Libra won't break your heart if they actually loved you, just like any other sign. Just like any other sign. Scorpio, if they love you, they love you. They wouldn't break your heart. Any other sign. All the signs are basically the same. Just different seasons have different attitudes, and that's it. Same attitudes, just shows up at different seasons and other signs. What do you mean, Moonrock? I was watching the video where you were talking about filing for the Soul Sanctuary. You were saying that there's a person that didn't want you to move forward with a plan. I don't know. I don't know. Lindsay, you know what video it is? How old is it? Angel Chris says Cancer, though. I got Cancer and a heavy placement in my chart. I'm Cancerian. Mm-hmm. Cancers, yo. I'm just saying. I'll just say it. Let me just leave that alone. I want to talk about myself right now. Cauldron, containment in reverse. This is all going to spill over. All of this is going to spill over into the known realm. So there's a lot of things that are going on hidden away in the energetic realms, right? It's going to spill over like a drunken master. It's going to spill over. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm hoping that you guys do. Hmm? Ooh. All right. Fire, passion, see what I'm saying? It's going to cause the cauldron to boil over. First, it's already in reverse. So when it boils over, it's going to be something that is already bubbling real good. Okay. It's going to go from a rolling boil to a full on like boil. Magic in reverse. So the sense that I get is there was magical interference that occurred between you and another individual some time ago, probably a few months, probably a few years. I don't know. Some time ago. It feels kind of old, to be honest, like a while ago. There was magical interference that occurred. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was some type of love spell where the other person got bamboozled into a connection with a person who did a love spell on them. And I know it sounds cockamamie to talk about love spells and stuff, but these things actually do work. If you go to someone who knows what they're doing, some of the magical practices can actually work. I'm not talking about a social media person. I'm not talking about finding spells on Pinterest, looking it up online. No, you would have to go to someone who actually knows what they're doing. I'm thinking ancestral. Like this knowledge has been passed down, it's embedded in their mitochondria. Okay. So, um, yeah, I think that's what happened. Someone went to a person who had mitochondrial capacity. Sort in your mitochondria, your gifts, It's passed down from mother to child, mother to child. Why do you think the medical stuff that's going on right now, it fucks with your organelles? Mitochondria is an organelle. Mess with your genetics. You crimp those pathways by the alteration of gene sequencing. You can't activate those gifts. For those who need to know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those that don't need to know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Spring in reverse. So there's been a lot of upside down things happening during this spring period. We're going to be exiting spring soon, entering summer. This is all going to boil over by summer. Stability, responsibility, high priestess. By summer, those who need to enter into this state of being will enter into it. And then I think it's at that point that whoever your little stalker friend is going to be like, oh my God, I can't. I can't keep quiet anymore. Okay, so the magic of the Kohelen Druith. Caution, secrecy, worry. They're being very cautious when it comes to you. They should be. They should approach you with extreme levels of awareness and caution, because it feels like whatever happened the last time, you're not going to allow it to happen again this time. So they better watch it. Not as a threat, but because this is quite possibly the final opportunity they will have to recreate a connection with you. And I mean, if they don't want to mess that up, if they don't want to mess that up, they got to be careful. Telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. Oh, it's a ginger. It's a ginger. Okay. I don't know. Someone is trying to connect with you. Once you could all speak without a sound being made, and the sounds you did make were sacred, purposeful, full of intent. Now we hear you speak and speak, say nothing, using air to create sounds to fill a void, but none of you understanding the hearts of others as well as you might. I want to try something with you guys. I want to see whose telepathy is activated. Because if your telepathy is activated, we could totally be having secondary conversations and tertiary conversations while I'm talking on the live stream, having the primary audible conversation. Ooh, I'm just saying. So in reverse, today we humans have withdrawn so much of what remains of our energetic system and shut ourselves down. Often we feel to protect ourselves. This leads to a profound sense of loneliness, in a sense that we are not part of a wider family group or meaningful purpose. To find our way back to each other, we often begin to talk, and yet talk sometimes masks, hides, pretends, pretends and dances around who we truly are. It's not only showing people who we are, except when it is sincere. So this is about hiding the truth of who you are. I'm feeling like what's happening right now is this invitation for connectivity to see what you're really thinking and feeling. They can't read you. Good. They're trying to read you, but they can't. They don't know how you'll respond or react. And they're trying to get a sense of what that will be. Should they reach out, how will you take it? Will you accept them? Will you tolerate them? Will you full on attack them? It depends. How are they approaching you? Are they approaching you with a proper level of sanctity, sacredness? Or Are they approaching you like a side dish, appetizer, whatever the hell, sneaky link, blah, blah, blah? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When you approach me as though I'm a goddess in flesh, I kind of feel obligated to behave as a goddess in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? When you approach me with that level of reverence, I feel like I have to modify my behavior and behave in a way that's worthy of that type of reverence. However, when you approach me like you just want some punana, I'm gonna have to get poo poo with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, oh, you like ratchet? Let me give you ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how they approach. I am a divine mirror, and that can mean so many different things. And you are the one setting the definition for that. You truly are. You are the one that sets the definition for the way the people will receive your energy. Okay? Ooh. You listen to Lotto? Enlightening Your Life says, not the side or the main, the only one you entertain. Yeah. I mean, as Lotto said, that big D energy. And let me tell you, let me break it on down for real. Just because you got big D doesn't mean you know how to work yet. Is it your for nip is sweating yet? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Coral's wisdom. Colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Coral as a magical talisman to enhance beauty and to ensure protection has long been used. Tune into the coral and see which color comes to you to know what messages these precious tiny creatures are communicating to you. That's not what I wanted to read. Oh, how we love these tiny beings who gather and create Poseidon's castles and caves of wisdom. Their intricate underwater towers of red, golden, softest pinks have taken over thousands of your human years to create, and yet you destroy them. Oh, someone's being called out. Someone's being called out. They miscalculated. They thought you were a small being. They thought that you were a small, insignificant speck on their spectrum of life. And so they went ahead and they trampled all over your coral reefs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yet they offer you so much. Their healing powers are so strong, and they can help all of us, including we mermaids of the present time, connect back. I don't want to connect back to Atlantis, but we can connect back to Lemuria. They are an ancient living storehouse of memories and wisdoms and collective consciousness of life itself on this planet. Woo! They so miscalculated. So I feel like it's in reference to you, that you are an ancient living storehouse of memories and wisdoms. You are a storehouse of ancient living memories and wisdoms. They never anticipated that. They didn't anticipate it. See that? And I think now they're coming to a very clear realization of exactly who and what you are. Might be too little too late. I'm not sure. What do you feel? Do you feel like let's see, Michael says to be careful. He's like, you're aware that some people will love beyond the faults of others. Temper your words with appropriate level of grace that's necessary to prevent the shackles from being reinstalled. How do you love people? Do you love people in a way that makes them feel comfortable to be themselves and who they are is toxic and you accept that? This looks like an ass. Let me just cover it up. It looks like it looks like someone's bent over. I'm sorry. My mind went there. Um I think for many of us, we are making excuses for other people, and we have to be very careful about the excuses that we make because those excuses are actually the mindset that create the shackles that chain you to the suffering this person doles out. So, what's the message? I don't know. I don't know what the actual message is. I don't know how to put it in words that will help you in your personal circumstance with minimal risk of misusing what I say to further empower your commitment to something that hurts you. So, how would I phrase it? Like, there are some people that are brought into your life to trigger your struggle because it's in that struggle that you actually develop your strength, your stamina. Um, and then there are people who are brought into your life because they help lift you up. Sometimes it's the same person. Sometimes that person does both, where their presence will challenge you in a way that grows you, but they are not there with the intention of hurting you or harming you, right? Whenever their presence, their mindset causes you to falter or to fall, they reach their hand out and they help you back up because they don't want you to ever stay down. And then there are people who are one or the other. Either they will trigger you and abandon you, or they will come running when you fall because it makes them feel better and superior to know that they are now positioned above you and are in a place of power over you. So, if that's the case, I will only allow totalities to connect with me at this point. You must be willing to play both roles. You can trigger me if you have the capacity and the strength to help me back up. But if you're just going to trigger me and leave, or you're just going to come running to help me up because now it makes you feel like, oh my God, so Emmy is powerful. And when she falls, I pick her up. So that makes me more powerful. Fuck you. Seriously. Be so done with the people who low key celebrate your failure, your pain, your misfortune, because that is their time to shine. You're not even shining. You're just pulling in my light. Mm. Do you have people in your life that are like that? Do you have people in your life you think they're helping you, but in reality, they're not. They're using you and your struggle as a way to bolster their ego. Those people aren't worthy of you. They're just not. So allow yourself to clear your space so the people who are worthy of you, they'll have that room to enter and occupy. Excuse me. I've reached a point in my life of not being afraid of who I lose. Because first and foremost, I never owned you. You were never mine. Secondly, as you exit, you create room for someone who's more aligned with the reality of what I need for myself, what I need from other people, um, healthy connections. The most recent time that someone exited, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. It's just maybe a few weeks back, month, 2 months, something like that. And yes, at first, within the first week, there was a devastation that set in, not because of their absence, but because I realized I had done it again. I had betrayed myself again. Again, damn it. Again. And as I saw how my learning played out, I began to realize that was the best case scenario. Because let's face it, with me having Pisces and then having Cancerian energy, yo, I'd be fucking devoting myself to people who are not fucking worthy of that type of devotion. It's just I don't do it as much now. I rarely do it, in fact, at this point. Yeah, no, I would have never walked away because I felt obligated to stay. It was this playing of the victim role so well that it caused me to choose to stay because I need to help you. Oh my God, what will you have if I'm not there? You'll have the life you deserve, is what you'll have. The life you create for yourself. And what does that mean? It means whatever they make it mean. It's a neutral statement. I don't get to determine what someone else. You, your choices, and the actions that result from those choices are what determines the life that you create for yourself. It's based on the life you believe you deserve in that moment. Let that sink in. It was never determined by someone else. Now, other people will be brought in to help facilitate the creation of that existence that you believe you deserve. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. But I mean that doesn't make sense. Like I didn't pick someone intentionally, because I knew they would hurt me. Are you sure? Maybe not logically, maybe not consciously, but what programs are running in the background? What programs from childhood? What recordings are running in the background? Because I'm pretty sure that's what caused you to pay attention to only those type of people. So, like, there was this conversation that took place a long time ago. It was this thing of like, why do I only attract blah 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 people, right? Why do I only attract losers, right? Whatever you want to say. Fill that word in with whatever word you want to say. Why do I only attract narcissists? Why do I only attract people who use me? And it was this thing of like, you attract everything, but those are the only things you're paying attention to, right? Yeah. Yes. Do you know how many times in my youth I have heard people saying like, "Oh my god, so and so and so and so and so and so has a crush on you." I'm like, "No, they don't." "Oh god." I mean, you're so oblivious. Not everyone has a crush on me. I still don't think I'm not everybody's cup of tea, yo, you know? But the reality is, did I know whether they did or not? No. No, I didn't know because I was only focused on one specific thing or one specific person. So I was truly oblivious to all of that. So that's the reality. You attract everything. But what you pay attention to is what will determine what you believe you attract, what you believe you are capable of attracting. Mm, this right here. Mhm. I think people get stuck in the twin flame scenario. Mhm. Mhm. I'm about to say something that most people will not like. I'm about to say something really, really most people will get really upset with me, okay? I would say about 90% of the people who believe they found their twin flame is lying to themselves. That's not your twin flame. You just like their D. I'm just saying. Or their PP. I don't know. You just like their privates. About 90% of the people who come to me and they're like, "This is my twin. This is my twin." I'm like, "That's not your twin." They don't want to hear it though. And every time I'm very careful in private sessions about letting people know this stuff because people be getting real fucking mad. Like I said, you have stank cooter energy or something. Like, no, I'm just saying you misidentified someone. I'm not saying you got stank cooter energy. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ superstar. That's not what I said. I didn't accuse you of having crooked cooter energies. I'm just saying that's not your twin. Most people will not like me saying that. So I don't say that unless you really, really ask me to. Like, I mean, tell me the truth. Okay. I don't want you mad at me. So literally about 90% of people, that's not your twin. You get so caught up in that, you waiting around for this person, you waiting around for this person. I don't find that funny. I don't find your pain funny. Okay. I don't find that funny. I do find me phrasing it in a way where it's like stank coochie energy. That's funny. Your pain, not funny. No, no. That's not funny to me. A lot of what we struggle through, a lot of the reason why the people who really should be in our lives have to sit and wait to see who we are, to see us arrive to the same space where they are waiting for us is because we really don't want to see what's up. What it is, yo. What's up? Midnight dog. This question. Is there a way to know it's your twin and not just the D? Well, remove the D from the equation. What's up? Where's that common ground? Where's that common ground? I have not had any type of intercourse with any twins. How do I know they're twins? There's no D involved in any of that. None. None. Oh, universal D. He says, "Can a player just keep in touch?" In the words of Big Pun, I don't want to be a player no more. Oh, no, it wasn't Big Pun. He did the rapping part, but it was Joe. Joe. I think I found someone I can live my life for. He don't want to be a player no more. I was just How else can you know? Um so many different ways to know that will be taken in the wrong way. Because that's what Michael says. Hey guys, I'm having a workshop to teach you morphogenetic fundamentals. These are the basics of how to work energy. Okay, for yourself, for your growth, for your excuse me, energetic defense. Um, it's the morphogenetic fundamentals workshop. You can find that on soulworksynergistics.com backslash projects. Um, I think that would be a good first step in extracting yourself from that false twin type narrative. Oh my God. Hold on. Just the other day, I totally was. Did I send it to myself? Did I repost it? I believe I reposted it. Hold on. Let me find my profile. Here. This was posted May 8th, 2018. This is a message someone sent me on my business account. So it says, that was incredible. I'd been having a weekend that I honestly didn't know if I would live until Monday. I was destroyed and couldn't find support. Was ready to give up and found your post. It was an incredible experience. I was lightheaded and felt so tingly. I didn't have any pain or any concerns about working with you at all. Prior to that session, I had been having obsessive thinking about my ex and didn't know what to do. It was consuming me. For some reason, today I was able to go through my day unbothered by his nonsense and ridiculous shit he throws at me. I felt free and light for the first time in 3 years. I know you went deep into my aura and into my energy body and took out some very old shit that was stuck in there. I've gone to therapy since he walked out on me and have been trying to get unstuck. After my session with you, it was the first time I feel able to take on life on my terms. I feel stronger and able to focus on me, just me, and not get all wrapped up in his bullshit. It was a very horrible 26-year marriage, and that was very painful. His alcoholism was very difficult to deal with, and you nailed it from the first words you said to me. He used to make me feel crazy. I always felt like I was going insane. You got that from the first thing, and I was in boxes and boxes inside of other boxes. I felt trapped and imprisoned by him. I couldn't find my way out. I will be forever grateful for you for taking my hand and leading me out. You were the first person ever to understand and see me and get me and to really help me. I cannot thank you enough for that. You saved me yesterday. I saw you wrote to me, but then I saw it was gone. I wanted to reply to you. So I have this habit of like writing to people and then retracting it. Because I'm like, no, you didn't ask me for my input. Let me just remove that. Um, I don't feel like any flu symptoms. I feel very energized today and joyful. For the first time in many years, the only thing I didn't like that had nothing to do with you was I rewatched it today and saw that a guy named Kevin said he was doing healing on me, and that kind of freaked me out. I didn't give him permission to do that. But I guess that's social media. So, yo, don't be a dick. Don't be working on people or scanning people without their prior consent. I mean, that's dickish behavior. Seriously, I don't give a damn what kind of group you're in. I don't give a damn if it's your friends. You don't scan people and violate their privacy just because you think you're entitled. Don't be a fucking dick. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. Ah, I got a notification. It says bullseye. Behavior is getting out of control. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't be a dick before I take your ability to see away. I'm just saying. So that's the thing, I don't remember who that was or what I did for them. But it's this thing of being under someone else's control for how long because you believe that they really have this hold over you. You really think I'm that powerful that I can do an entire 26 years of marriage like that? No, I'm not. You know why that works so well? Because they gave me permission to be that powerful in their life, not because I could override their free will to that degree. Let that sink in. I can override your free will, but you can also override me. Yeah. So here's the thing. How does it work when I'm able to help people in that way and it's a long-term helping where I'm correcting genetic coding distortions, I'm correcting um, conditions, medical conditions. Well, that's what I was told by the person. Um, this one case that I'm thinking of in particular, and they had shared this quite a bit publicly and gave me permission to share privately. This person had experienced, I think it's something like fluoride poisoning because of improper dosing of very strong, very, very strong type of medications. And it created a lot of mitochondrial damage. Their life was ruined. They could barely walk for a few minutes each day. Their life was like messed up. And this is according to what they are telling me. And we do the work together. And they gave me that depth of permission to the degree that I was able to completely alter the trajectory of their healing process. How do I know this? Because they forwarded me all sorts of medical documentation. They were with a doctor that was monitoring them closely and was never able to create the type of effects, beneficial effects that I was able to for this person. And that doctor acknowledged the 180 that occurred when they began working with me. To take what Moonrock said even further, Moonrock says sometimes people just need a little help. To take that a step further, sometimes what people need the most is knowing someone can help, being able to trust another person with that depth, you know? The best cheese to take with you? What cheese? It better not be cow cheese. I'm reactive. Goat cheese I can do, sheep cheese I can do. I mean, what type of cheese we talking about? um, yeah. I've had plenty of clients who I don't want to say that I physiologically healed them. I will say that I helped to tremendously impact and support their self-healing process. I'm a facilitator. I facilitate your self-healing. I amplify and elevate the potentiality of your self-healing journey. Okay? So, you know, it's just one of those things. How far are you willing to go for yourself? How much healing do you feel you deserve? Because it has a lot to do with what you believe for yourself. I have another person who allowed me to share their story publicly. I'm not going to look for the messages. They had severe fibromyalgia, severe. I think they were also on disability at that point. It was so severe. I worked on them. Fibromyalgia is full chakra blowout. When you're looking at it from energetic terms, is severe chakra injury. Severe. And it's causing a displacement and distortion of the proper genetic code expression, right? It's affecting your cellular material. It's affecting your nervous system. It's affecting so many different things, your fascia. The fascia connects the chakras to the physical body. Fibromyalgia is believed to be some type of disorder pertaining to malfunctioning fascia. What's fascia? It's a membrane that covers all of your muscular bands and then covers the muscle groups. It covers your abdominal cavity. It connects the skin to the muscle layer, like so many different things. I've had so much success with people who have fibromyalgia. So much success. Very easy for me to correct that, to correct the experience of it. And this person in particular, me entering into their lives altered their mindset, which then altered their behavior. And the fibromyalgia was gone. They were able to dance. They sent me pictures of them dancing on a dance floor. It's beautiful to see those pictures. And then, they reverted back to their stupid behavior. They got cocky. They got cocky with their shit. They thought that, okay, now I'm a BFF and they can do whatever and talk shit and start shit and have all this fucking drama. That's what they like, I guess. I'm assuming. And as they began to revert back into those types of behaviors that created and sustained those type of chakra conditions that then created symptomatic presentation, fibromyalgia came back. And then they confronted me like, I thought you said you healed me. No, I didn't heal you. I helped to alter the energetic state. But if you don't maintain the change in your perception and behaviors and you go back, the condition comes back. I didn't heal you. I can greatly help in your self-healing journey. Honey, I'm not a messiah. I don't want to be. Even if I could completely take that away, why would I? That robs you of your learning. If I had chosen to override her free will to prevent her from ever reverting back to the behaviors that caused the issues to begin with, how is she going to learn? I don't know. I haven't talked to her or seen any of her posts in years. I don't know if she learned. I'm assuming she didn't. Because I share this and I still feel stank ass drama energy. I don't know if it comes from her or if it's just me being triggered back to that same space where she started fucking drama for me by starting shit with people as though she's speaking for me. And FYI, that'll get you cut the fuck out my life for good. Don't ever speak on my behalf. Don't ever be cussing people out and attacking other people's spouses on social media, thinking I'm going to be okay with it. I don't give a fuck what they did. Mind your business, stay in your lane. Don't start shit using my name. And now people are thinking, I told you to do. No. If I'm a fight, it's going to be on my terms, not because you started shit. Mm-hmm. So that's the kind of cycles I assume this person likes. And so that's the kind of cycles that sustains the fibromyalgia. And so it's back. Well, when I walked away, it was back. They were expecting me to fix it. I'm not fixing shit. That's who you are. Be who you are. I'm not fixing shit. You want to book a session? Go ahead. It's going to be a waste of your money. I tell people straight up, like if you book that session and you're not ready to enter into that new space within yourself, you're wasting your money. So if you want, You can reschedule this for a few months down when you are ready. Or we can sit here and do it and pretend it's all good. If you want to pretend, it's going to be undone within a couple weeks. It'll be undone. I'm always upfront with people. Always upfront with people. It's this thing of like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, like you're gonna F yourself up. People don't like that sometimes. So here's the final word of advice. I don't know if you should be taking my advice, but here's the final word. When people give you their perception of what's going on with you, are they doing it from a place of love where you're having this conversation and it's like they see this as an opportunity to have a very open conversation with you, and they're not saying it from a place of judgment. They're just like, how can I support you through this? Is this something that I can support you through? I see like there's some struggles that are happening. I don't know if you have clarity. Do you want my opinion on what I'm seeing? And that's beautiful. Or are they coming from this place of like, yeah, you're fucking up. You need to do this, this, and this. Like, why are you doing that? Do you not notice that you're doing blah, 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 blah? That's not help. That's someone with a fractured ego and a lack of sense of self. And they're using you and your circumstance to better define their value in a group. You know how I know I have a lot of value to other people? Because to me, I'm kind of just like another person. Like, it's weird shit. Seriously, weird shit. Like, what? Why do you think that? Yeah. People sometimes will share their opinion of me with me. And I'm like, why would you think that? That's fucking weird. Right? You know how I know I carry a lot of value for some people? They'll use me as the benchmark. What's that mean? I'm their competition. If they can outdo me, if they can destroy me, then that tells them that they're strong. Newsflash. You think I'm strong. I'm not actually strong. I'm a fractured person. That doesn't mean I'm broken and useless. See, the places where life fractured me are the places where my light and my truth leak out. So when I say I'm a fractured person, I'm not diminishing myself. I'm being honest. I'm not actually powerful. I'm just honest. See the difference there? And these are the very people who will use you as a benchmark for their progress. One of these days, if I come across it again, I'll share with you guys something that was shared with me. Where this girl who claimed to love me was privately messaging someone and even taking screenshots of me while I'm live streaming. And she really thinks she's attacking me, right? She's like, oh, look at her face. She's feeling my energy and it's making her feel sick. I have thyroid issues, which means I have an inability to regulate my temperature. None of your attempts entered my field. It's a case of hot flashes and hypoglycemia. It wasn't actually you attacking me. And that's when I became very, very clear in my awareness. Sometimes when people are toxic and they identify you, and they identify you as being ridiculously strong, you become the benchmark. And in order to serve as the benchmark, they're going to test everything out on you to see if it works. Fuck those people. Fuck those people. I'm now at a point where I don't feel badly for them. I still to date haven't retaliated. To anyone that's harmed me, I haven't had any type of retaliatory behaviors. I did one time recently correct someone's behavior while I was live. I don't know how long this kindness streak will last for me. Hopefully my whole life. But I'm at a point, I give myself permission. You want to try? I'm going to fuck your ass up. Because I'm done. People need to learn causation and effect. You want to tangle with something that you don't understand my capability? Let me help you learn. Eventually, I'll get to that point. Eventually. I hope that point doesn't come until after this life is done. I would love to remain a very kind, very loving person, very tolerant of other people. Michael says, you say that with this veil of implication that corrective measures are somehow inappropriate. Whatever. I'm still learning. I'm still learning where that beautiful place is, that center point, where I can do corrections without then feeling badly afterwards for correcting your behavior. There's nothing you have to feel badly for when you need to correct someone's behavior and approach. You don't have to feel badly for that. I'm in the process of trying to learn that. I am still trying to learn that. It's okay. Eventually, I will learn it. Eventually. And it won't be this thing of me retaliating, just like in that one live stream from a few months back. It wasn't retaliation. It was a full on correction. It was not based in emotion. It was based in an awareness of what needed to be done to correct the behavior. Y'all, there are some people who exist with a capacity to modulate organelles, mitochondria included. What's that mean? Whatever toddlerhood of abilities you're developing, it can be turned off. It doesn't take much effort. It can be turned off. You just have to know how to alter that amino sequencing. That's it. Makes it go dormant. Yeah. That's not punishment. I used to feel like that was punishment because it's like, oh my God, they're going to be afraid. Why are they going to be afraid? Because they can't continue to exist in the shady environments that they've been existing in, running around with people who do shady shit. It's like being a gang member and having no weaponry. What's your only other option? Stop fucking with gang members. That's the only other option. Or get really good with fist fights. And that's your only other options. And sometimes when people's abilities get placed in a dormant state, their only other option is to stop their bullshit. Because now they can't tap into those things that they would normally tap into, so that they could continue to exist in these very, very questionable environments. So is that punishment? Is that punishment or is that correction? Yeah. Excuse me. Oh my God. Y'all, my allergies just kicked in. It's time for me to go. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. And give this video a thumbs up. I need to take a quick nap before my session. Oh my gosh, you guys. Really dive deep into yourself. You know, people can continue to wait to see you. What's most important is that you go through the process to be able to finally, truly, for the first time in your life, see yourself. When have you seen yourself? It's time for you to see. It's time for you to see who you are, how amazing you are, how much you have to offer the world, what your purpose is. Don't compete or compare with other people. We all have a different purpose. We all do. So, really allow yourself to go through the process, really allow yourself to get the clarity that you need, and then just live. Really, truly live. Okay. I'm going to be having, Michael was telling me yesterday that there is a lunar eclipse, a blood moon lunar eclipse at that. I don't know when it is, but he was telling me yesterday, I was on the road, and he said that fire ceremony needs to happen. So I'll have that listing up soon, and it's going to be a very, very, it's going to be a very serious type of fire ceremony, very intense energies. So I hope you guys can join me for that. If you'd like to purchase expedites, the energies that are going to be coming through for this full lunar eclipse with the blood moon aspect, he says it's going to happen in Scorpio. Hold on, let me look this up. I can't just believe you, because sometimes I feel like you're full of shit, Michael. Yeah, I'm going to get verification. So what was it? Lunar eclipse? What month is it? May? Okay, here. Let's see. Okay. It is a blood moon. He goes, scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, calm down. So it will happen between the 15th and the 16th of May. The first of 2 total lunar eclipses in 2022. Ooh, what? Okay. What will it be in? So it's a blood moon. No, I don't think it's going to be in Scorpio. Hold on. Oops. May 15, lunar eclipse in, oops. Hey guys, why can't you ever just listen to what I'm saying? Because that's how I am. I don't believe you. I don't think it's in Scorpio. It's in Scorpio. Okay. Whatever. It says a total lunar eclipse will turn the moon red on May 15. You will likely be witnessing the total Scorpio full blood moon lunar eclipse. Hold on. Let me fuck up this Marie Smith really quick. Hold on. No one needs to message you, Marie. Start your own fucking live stream. Hold up. Hold up. Let me just jump on that really quick. I'm going to be harvesting your energy. You want to come and go on my live streams and try and get clients? I'm going to harvest your energy. You're going to learn. You're going to learn from me today. Hold on. Here. Yes. Let me first take away your ability to comment. I'm going to ban you. No, that's not your picture. Screenshot this shit. Let me also. All right. Screenshot that. If they tagged you, Linda, go ahead and report that profile. Today's going to be the first day I retaliate. I'm making a conscious decision. See, I'm not here to build a following. That will come regardless. I'm here establishing a community. And see, if you're a member of my community, the type of love I have for you will be like the type of love I have for my children. And when demonic ass motherfuckers try to fuck with you, it activates the mama bear in me. Something demonic tried to access my child. Granted, he's an adult. You know what I did? I drove half a day to go to the location where something tried to access him. And I fucked shit up. I'm not scared of demonic shit. They're fucking scared of me. I'm not a tarot card reader. I'm a reincarnated sorceress. See the difference between a sorcerer and a warlock? I'm born this way in every life. I don't have to be taught. I don't have to make deals. I don't have to invoke anything. I'm a motherfucking sorceress. This is how I was born. You're going to learn. Not through herbs, not through fire magic. See, there's something to say when someone is not just born as a sorceress in human lifetimes. I'm a galactic sorceress too. Why do you think I was born in such a small body as an Asian? Hidden in plain sight. I'm hidden in plain sight. People walk past me day in and day out, disregarding me, assuming that I'm incapable of anything. I'm just book smart, right? That's what Asians are. See, this one was born in the ocean, fully capable of tapping into different things. I'm not talking about demonic things. I'm talking about Lemurian. See, they twisted all the stories. They elevated Atlantis. They're just full of fuckery. And then they made it seem like, oh, Lemuria was just so peaceful. You know, Lemuria is just peaceful. Like, what the fuck? You know why they were peaceful? Because of beings like me. Kind of hard to wage a war against the people who can unleash what I am. I'm not even scared for people to know it at this point. I'm just not. I'm just not. You don't want to sample what I am? Don't fuck with my people. There's nothing you can tell them that will help them. You're full of shit. You're full of absolute shit. How do I know this? Because no one will come to you. You have to seek them out. How do you guys know if someone's full of shit? They seek you out instead of you seeking them out. How many of you have I solicited? Not a one. How many ads have I run through social media? Not a one. Because I can actually do shit. I can actually provide you with clarity. So I don't need to seek you out. When you're ready, your soul brings you to me. Motherfuckers need to know when they're outranked. They just need to know when they're outranked. And you, my dear Marie, you're more than outranked. I'm fixated on you. What the fuck can you do about it? Not a goddamn thing. I'm fixated on you. Those of you who are sensitive to energy, you might begin to feel a little bit warm. You might begin to feel very tingly. I'm clearing this space of Marie's stank cooter energy. It's the same person as the last time. They make the same type of profiles. They don't even use their pictures because they're cowards. I don't go based on pictures. I'm not a bruja. Sometimes I'll use bruja interchangeably because it's easier for people to understand that, but I'm not actually a bruja. I'm a sorceress. See, that term's a lot scarier because it's this thing where I was handmade by God itself to be exactly as I am. I wasn't taught to be this way. Oh, you guys, you know what I realized yesterday? My academy has been running for 4 years. Actually, over 4 years because I switched it over in 2018, but it's been running since before that. What the fuck? I have been teaching people for over 4 years. That's fucking huge. And I was over here thinking like, yeah, I just don't have it in me to continue doing things. I just do things once and then I'm done. Like, why am I like this? I've taught well over 100 classes. That doesn't include the private workshops. That doesn't include the private sessions where I teach people privately. What the fuck? I'm just saying. I felt mama bear proud for myself. Like, hey, good job. Good job. I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't think I would go for 4 years. I felt like, yeah, maybe a couple of weeks. Maybe a couple of weeks. 4 years. Oof. It's a beautiful thing. And I've been offering energetic services, gosh, for 6 years. Publicly, I've been offering it publicly for 6 years. I've been doing it privately for people for free since I was a child. That doesn't count. Yeah, wow. It's amazing to have these realizations. It just kind of helps me to personally validate myself, you know? The me that I was then is definitely not the me that I am now. And the me that I am now will change as my purpose amplifies. Regardless of where my journey takes me, y'all are my fucking people. All of you guys, you're my people. You're my tribe. You're my soul fam. No one gets to use the sacred space we've created together to spread their fuckery. I'm not always going to publicly acknowledge it, But from this point on, you come on my live stream, I will obliterate your third eye and your throat chakra. I will also obliterate your root chakra. And I will blow out your whole fucking sacral. And that's just to get started. In addition to that, I'm going to coat my uncloaked energy all over your auric shield before I fracture the shit out of it. You want to be me so much? Go ahead. I hope you have the ability to protect yourself the way I do. Because I'm at a point I don't give a fuck if you get infested. You already act like you are. That's the only warning. Every time someone comes onto my live stream like that and tries to tap into any of your energy, like I said, you're my people. An attempt on you is an attempt on me. Just be glad I don't involve the twin. You think I have anger issues? Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. You guys, I will always go above and beyond what is necessary to be worthy of your trust. I will always go above and beyond to remain worthy of the trust you put into me. The way you guys trust me, that's not some petty ass thing. I will always go above and beyond what is necessary to keep you safe when you share space with me, when you trust in me. Fuck that shit. Mm-mm. No more. See that girl that wouldn't have said anything before? She's sleeping. The one that sits before you, she's a sorceress summoned by an empress. I can be both. I can be both. And if you're scared of me, that tells me you have some low-key malicious intent towards me. So you should absolutely fucking be scared. Absolutely. After the week that I've had, try me and I'll fuck you up. Energetically, of course. Energetically. Never physically. Energetically. I'll make sure you rue the day. You rue the day you ever crossed my path. That's so dramatic. All right, guys, I got to get going. I have sessions that are going to start. As I said, I will never be okay with any of you being accessed or even an attempt to access your energy. That's not what this is for. Your sovereignty must always be maintained when we share space. No one is to solicit you, because I'm aware that when you sit and listen to me, you thin your shields so that you can hear my words better. And because of that trust you give me, without me ever having to ask, I will fucking defend you. Always. Without you having to ask. Always. Anytime someone solicits you in one of my live streams, report their ass. Report them for the worst thing possible. For Facebook, the worst thing possible, false information. Political. Oh, Facebook will get them real good. So report it for that. Okay. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I will make a few posts later on once I get my head on straight from my exhaustion. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Tomorrow is another episode of the Soul Sanctuary podcast. And I hope you guys join me tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.